Welcome to the Fasting Podcast, Wow, Wellness and Optimal Weight. I'm your host, Julie Phillips, Certified Natural Health Professional. This is episode 94, Heal Yourself with Healy. And Healy is an energy device that can help you with health, mental and physical, as well as your weight, and help you if you're in a fasting program. There was a book many years ago called The Body Electric, and really in natural health, we know that the body is the miracle. The body's what can heal itself, and we need to support the body and give it what it needs to help it do its job. What happens when a heart stops beating in the operating room? Cardiac defibrillator, this little machine, the doctor comes up with these two rectangles to place on your chest to bring your life back, to put energy back into you. And everything has energy. Even a brick has protons, neutrons, and electrons in there spinning. So many stressors in our toxic, stress-filled world can get vibrations out of sync in both humans and pets, causing different kind of symptoms and illnesses. The quantum physics concepts that are now available to us and that I use every single day is kind of mind-blowing. So I would never attempt to explain it. But if you want to have your mind blown, you can check out things related to quantum physics, the terminology, action at a distance, quantum entanglement, zero-point field. Nikola Tesla once said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, vibration, and frequency. And Einstein said what we've called matter is really energy whose vibration has been lowered as to be perceptible to the senses. So energy can affect the mind, the body, and the spirit. I went to a holistic cancer convention years ago, and several of the speakers had as a major slide in their presentation, the future of medicine is energy medicine. But now we have energy that's available to the everyday person that is ultra powerful. For about a decade and a half, I've been an expert in primitive forms of energy tools, such as little energy stickers and necklaces and wristbands, and seen miracles occur. But in May of 2020, I was among the very first in the United States to order the greatest energy tool I could have ever imagined. And it was already, at that time, in over 40 countries with 96% customer satisfaction rating. And believe me, now that I've had it close to a year, it surpasses the power of all of my other wellness tools put together that I've used in my 20-year wellness career. The device is in the U.S. The Healy is the name of the device, and the company's Healy World. So Healy's a Class 2 medical device classified by the FDA for over-the-counter use without prescription, doesn't need doctor involvement. So it's empowering, and it's classified for, in the U.S., chronic pain, acute pain, arthritis pain, and muscle soreness due to overexertion. The same device in Europe is also cleared for fibromyalgia, migraines, depression, anxiety, sleep disorders like insomnia, structural pain. So you see the magnificent power, which is just the tip of the iceberg of what this device is capable of helping us with physically and emotionally. It offers two major modalities: microcurrent technology, which is actually electricity, where you can hook the wires to little wrist straps, for example. And that's what's used to get the professional football players back on the field quickly after injuries and getting back up and running healthy in a very fast time frame. And the expert doctor they turn to for that is involved with Healy as part of the medical advisory board. There's also a modality that I think of as resonant frequency formulas that are delivered simultaneously in harmony with the microcurrent. So you're getting two different modalities, and this little wearable, it's a little square, a couple inches wide, weighs almost nothing. You just clip it on your collar, and it contains a unique quantum sensor inside of it. It's got patented Cozy Rev technology. It can sense what each person needs and how they are reacting to the microcurrent and energy formulas at any given time. The same program using the sensor. Formulas are based on 15 years of the parent technology Time Waver that's used by doctors and professionals over the decade and a half for use with patients in clinics. The highest edition is called Healy Resonance. There's 4 editions. And I have that top of the line one that also provides analysis of both physical and emotional priorities for me. So what does Julie need right now? What percentage of importance is it? And would she like to take a vibrate session to receive what it thinks would be helpful to me for those particular priorities? And within those priorities, I can even drill down and get more detail. One page of the programs is sleep, different aspects of sleep. So when I'm sleeping, that's when my body does very major repair, balancing hormones like leptin and ghrelin that help with the hunger and full cessations. So these really can help us with a weight program, a fasting program, a wellness program. Let me read you just some other examples of some of the programs in the Healy that might help with fasting, weight, and wellness. Hormones, toxins, digest all, pure, balance, contentment, fatty degeneration, weight, gastrointestinal, liver, kidneys, hormonal balance, intestines, lymphatic system, spleen-pancreas, so for the blood sugar interested, food sensitivities, thyroid gland, fatigue, stress, skin elasticity, digital nutrition, and recently, animals, anti-aging, and I'm anxious to see what they're going to come out with a whopping weight program in the future. Now, in my very first month of using the Healy, I started with a lower level. I didn't start with the top of the line, and it arrived. Normally, I don't have any back pain, but I had just dug a sprinkler system in my 1.5 acres, so my back was hurting, and I used the simple Gold Cycle release program. And in only one session, I was discomfort-free and stayed that way. And I've used this on my husband as well. I had a relative with a severe multi-year ankle problem and very high stress. So I ran the simple Gold Cycle release program, after which she told me, guess what happened to my discomfort in my ankle, and the relax, where she said she felt like a new person stress-wise. 3 weeks later, she went to her chiropractor, who said that after treating the person for inflamed and puffy muscles up and down the spine, they couldn't believe what happened from this one single time. And at that 3-week time frame, the person was still reporting that there was no discomfort and the stress changes had kept. Soon after that, I started catching a cold or flu type bug. I ran the Healy Immune program, the cold, and the allergies program, Presto, and I've used that on my husband. I ran the intestine program, and I'd only saw more waste in the toilet, but I saw it tell me that I have minus 99% progress. So it was having challenges clearing energy issues in my intestines is what I've interpreted from that. And I had a very stressful 2 weeks. So I ran the Gold Cycle release to release physical and emotional pain, and it kept for me. Very good. So the release and relax. My husband likes the relax right before he goes to bed for that little racing mind things where he sleeps quickly and restfully afterward. And I had a major accident where I was slipping on a very wet ramp. I landed on my head and my back, but I ran some of the programs, including the wound program, and it was amazing how I had a quick recovery. Everything I've tried on myself and my spouse so far in nearly a year has had a positive effect, and Healy exceeds all my other wellness tools put together from 20 years as a wellness professional. I got a testimonial, and it's actually recorded from a medical doctor, and I do have this in writing and have his permission to share it. He said, I'll read it exactly. My father-in-law has diabetes. His sugar is always 400. His last A1C was 12.2, which is terrible. He tries to control his diet. He's on multiple medications for this. Despite trying to follow a diet and doing as much as he's able to do, it was not coming under control. He used the Healy spleen-pancreas scan one day. The next day, his sugar was 200. The day after, it's 180. That's not possible with any of the treatments that are out there to have that significant of a drop, and he didn't change anything else. It was quite remarkable. On a personal level, I've had shoulder problems for 10 years and have tried everything to fix it short of surgery. and it was just kind of status quo, not getting better. I did 2 treatments with the Healy, and it's gone. I was actually amazed at how that works. I've had people use it for their sleep issues, and literally in a day or 2, they say they feel much better. One person told me, I've never slept in my life until I use this machine. When you hear that over and over again from people that you know, and you know their issues, it's hard to speak out against clinical success. The entire body is made of frequencies that can help heal things that Western medicine cannot. So far, I'd say actually every person that I've talked to that has been using it has been incredibly happy with the results, and usually within a couple of days. I want to say how fortunate all of us are to be involved with this type of technology. This is something that, as time goes on, is going to be seen to be pivotal in really healing people at the deepest level and letting them live their life to the most maximum potential. Every single one of us has a potential to do so much with our lives, and this machine is going to help us remove so many levels that are holding us back. And I have a link in the notes and slides on my website that actually you can hear him also not only saying this, but answering questions. There's a lot of additional info, and I have a slide on that in the slide as well. And just one introductory video, it's only 11 minutes, is www.class2medicaldevice.com. There's a video brochure, healybrochure.com. And if you want to see it in action, watch healydemovideo.com. There's different editions, but I definitely recommend the top-of-the-line Healy Resonance. And we've got other information and other testimonials, so please get back with me, Julie, at jpwowprograms.com. And at the time of this recording, it's February 2021, and there is a huge sale on the Healy. Amazing. But you may be listening to this later, and there might be other sales going on at that time. So check with me about if there is a sale or not, or possibly if someone has multiples and is willing to sell one of them at a discount, that might be an option as well. So check out this week's episode as we're airing this podcast. My other podcast is called Wow Lifeboat Freedom. It's also on YouTube like this one, and this week's episode is 45 in that podcast, Heal Yourself Financially with Healy. Please refer others. If you're on iTunes, give me a good written review for the podcast, and check out our website. It has lots of helpful information, including a weekly blog at www.jpwowprograms.com. Stay positive, focused, and determined, because where the mind goes, energy flows.